Right. So let us start with question number 10 today. S Limited want to acquire No Limited. Okay. S Limited want to acquire No Limited, and the cash flows of S Limited and the merged entity is given. Okay. So there are two types of cash flows they given. One cash flow is of S Limited and one cash flow is of merged entity. Merged entity means what? Now before that, just give me a confirmation in the chat box. Who is target company and who is buying company? That first confirmation we have to get from the question. Which is the target company and which is the purchasing company, or we can say buying company? You can post your answer in the chat box. Okay. S is buying and no is target. Perfect. Buying is yes company and no is target company. Right. Let us discuss now the cash flows they given here. Okay. And the cash flows of S Limited and merge entity both they given separately. Earning would have witnessed 5% constant growth rate without merger. So these earnings, they have told you it's a constant of growth of 5% and 6% with merger. Okay, on account of economics of operation after 5 years. So there will be a growth rate of how much percent? 6% after 5 years, because the cash flows is given for only how many years? 5 years. Next one is very important. They given the cost of capital. Okay, I want this information. Cost of capital. So what is cost of capital? It is WACC. So WACC is given here 15%. The number of shares outstanding in both the companies before the merger is the same, and companies agreed to have exchange ratio of S Limited, exchange ratio of 0.5 shares of S Limited. Okay. So it means this is the information I did. For exchange ratio will be 0.5 shares of S Limited for every 1 share of No Limited. So it means what? What is the meaning of this one? If you have 1 share in No Limited, S Limited will give you 0.5 shares of their own company. Right? So what will be the ratio? If you held is 1. If you have 1, we will give you 0.5. So 1 is to 0.5. That is what they want to say here. So if you are holding 1 share in No Limited, the shareholder, they are talking about the shareholders. So if you are holding 1 share in No Limited, right? If you are a shareholder of No Limited, if you are holding 1 share, for each means for every 1 share, then S Limited, what they will do? They will give 0.5 shares of their own company to the shareholders of No Limited. That is the meaning of this. Very important. You have to highlight this. Next, what they given, see in the question, the present value factors of 15% they given. And remember, 15% is my cost of capital, which is also called as weighted average cost of capital. Now here your work has been little bit got reduced because the cost of capital of 15% every year present value is given. Means today's value of 1 rupee will be tomorrow's 8.7. If it is decreasing at the rate of 15%. So 5 years I need this information. Okay, respectively, you are required to calculate what are the things they're telling. Compute the value of S Limited before and after merger. Next one is these two are very important. These are the two things which you have to know in this question. Second is value of acquisition, and third one is gain to the shareholders of S Limited. The purpose of solving this question is these two calculations, because value of S Limited we can calculate, but value of acquisition and gain to the shareholders, how to calculate that we're going to see today from this particular question. Okay. And again, this was a 2019 question paper. Okay. Is the question is clear? You can give me a confirmation in the chat box. Is the question is clear? Shall we start the solution for this? Just say yes or no. Right. Okay. 2 people they answer in the chat box. Okay. Now let us begin the calculation. Okay. how to do calculation for this. So we have to give heading question number 10. First thing is what they want you to calculate. Compute the value of S limited. You have to compute the value of S limited before and after merger. After merger means merge entity value. That is what they want to tell you. Okay. So let us start now. Step number 1, let me write down here. Step number 1, calculation of value of which company? S limited. And this will be what? Before merger. So you have to compute the value of S limited before merger. What will be the value? So what we will do now? We just will prepare one table here. So having 4 columns. Okay. Just we have to make a 4 columns. The first column will be obviously it will be my year. And this is what? Free cash flows. And let us see, it is in crores or lakhs. They're not given. Most probably it should be in lakhs only. Okay. Free cash flows of the companies is given here. Next one. Present value at the rate of, what is the cost of capital? It is how much percent? 15%. So at the rate of 15%. And this will be present value of FCFF, free cash flows to the firms. So like this, we have to take calculate for 5 years based on this information. So first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are calculating the value of S limited, and remember this is before merger. Okay. So we have to take the free cash flows of this firm, which is nothing but before merger. Let us go here. Actually, this is rupees in lakhs. I think I have not written here, but this is all rupees in lakhs. Okay. Okay. So what is the first year cash flow? What is the for S limited? It is 175. So I'll just write down here. Just copy down all the cash flows. First year 175. Second year it is 200. Third year it is 320. Next is 340. And next one is 350. Okay. And one very important thing, what they given in the question is they already given you the present value discounting factor they given in the question. So what is the first year discounting factor? It is how much? 0.870. So 0.870. The second year 0.756. Third year 0.658. Third year, sorry, fourth year will be 0.572. Next year will be 0.497. Now your work starts here. You have to tell me one by one. Just multiply this one, present value of free cash flow. Future is 175. What is the present value of 175 into 0.870? Can you put your answer in the chat box and tell me what is the value for first year? 175 into 0.870. Quickly. What is the first year value? 152.25. Because I will be waiting for your answer to get. You have to be ready for next like this. Second year, how much? Okay, 151 point already Sindhu has calculated. 151.20. Next, third year. Third year is 210.50. Okay, Corona has calculated. Next year is 340 into 0.572. Fourth year, sorry. 194.48. Okay. Last year already. Okay, I got the answer here. Sorry. 173.95. Okay. What is the total cash flows? Just take the total of all this present value of total cash flows, free cash flows, all the take the total and put your answer in the chat box. How much it is? Okay, Varsha has calculated already. Others, take the total and just put your answer in the chat box. Okay, 882.44. Okay, so most of them they are getting the same answer. Okay, this is the net present value. So now can you tell me next what we have to calculate here after this? Net present value is calculated. After that, what we need to calculate after this? In this
terminal value.
Yes. So can we calculate the terminal value of this company or not? So what I should do? We should add exit value, which is also called as terminal value. Okay. So how do we calculate now terminal value? We need to add over here. So value of terminal value is nothing but 350 is the total cash flows into, yeah, correct. The company is expected to grow after that at what percent rate? But now, as of now, companies we are calculating before merger. Now tell me, I should take 5% or 6% here, the growth rate?
5%.
It will be how much? Others? Can you put your answer in the chat box? %5, right? Because before merger, the company was growing at a rate of 5%. But now later on, what happened? Company has got been merged. Okay. So now let us sorry, calculate the value of terminal. Okay, 350 into 1.05 divided by what is the WACC rate? WACC is given cost of capital. What is the cost of capital? How much percent of this company? It is 15% is they given. So 15 means 0.15 minus. So now what will be the year growth rate will be how much? 0.05. Okay, again now what we need to do here, you have to bring this value at present value, terminal value 0.497. So this was the steps which we calculated during our this one. So what is the value of terminal? What is the value you are getting? Okay, Sindhu has calculated. All of you calculate and tell me what is the terminal value? 1826.475. Okay. All of you getting the same answer. Others? One 1826 point. Can I write 48? So now 1826%, right? Total value of S Limited. What will be the total value of S Limited? What you need to do, just add those two components and just tell me what is the value you are getting. NPV plus terminal value. That's all you have to do. What is the value you are getting? 27. Okay, already. Okay, Vaibhav has calculated there. 2708.92. Okay. So the total value of S Limited before merger is 272.08.92. Okay, so now this is one thing we calculated over here. Okay, so let us calculate the another one. After merger, how much? Obviously, it will be nothing but merged entity, right? After merger, what will be the value? So what I'm going to do here, I'll just take this. Okay, what will come my step number 2 now? I'll just paste here. I know for you people it's difficult. Calculation of value of. Now second step will come here. Calculation of value of merge entity. If it is a merge entity, what is the value? So that format will remain same only. Okay. But cash flows will get changed. Present value will also remain same. So this is my step number 2. Okay. So let us calculate now value of merge entities, how much. So let's see one by one, what are the free cash flows they given. So the merge entity first free cash flow is how much? 400, 450, 525, 590 and 620. Okay, let us write up 400. Then how much? 450. Then how much? 525. Then 590. And then they give us 620. This is the value.
Well, is this after merger, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
After merger values.
Yes.
Okay.
So now you tell me in the chat box, all of you, what will be the value of each companies over here? So 400 into 0.870, what is the value? First year value will be how much? Let me see. Quickly answer in the chat box. I'm depending on your answer. Okay, first one you got 348. Okay, Pratna has calculated. Okay, perfect. Second, for others, you be ready with another answers. Next. 450 into 0.7, 0.756, it is how much? 340.2. Then 525 into 0.65, okay, how much it is? 345.45. And then 590 into 0.3, okay, I got the answer, 337.48. Okay, perfect. Next, you tell me 620 into 0.497 is how much? It is 308.14. Please tell me the calculation of all this. Take the total of all this one. What is the value you are getting? Total is how much? Okay, I got some answer here. 1679.27. Okay, fine. So now next, what we need to do calculation? Can you tell me here? Again, what will come here? After, so I got the answer, net present value. Again, what we need to calculate here? Yes, again, once again, we have to see what will be the, after merge entity, what is the terminal value over here. Now, let us calculate the terminal value over here. What is the value? 620 into, what is the growth rate? How much I should take here? Okay. Two people, they have answered here already in the chat box. What should be the growth rate here? 1.06. It should be grown at that value. Yeah, correct. So 620 into 1.06. then divided by 0.15 minus 0.06. Again, you have to bring this one into your present value. So 0.497. Can you tell me in the chat box what is the terminal value of this company? Okay, I got one answer. Sindhu has calculated. Take the calculation of this terminal value. Okay, perfect. Prashant Carol has calculated. Karuna, okay. 3629. Okay. 0.20. I will take because everywhere I have taken 0.2 decimal. Then value of merged entity. Just take this one. Total value. Add those together and tell me how much. 53. Okay, perfect. 5308.47. Right. Now, what did you find out with this? Okay, what did you find out this? When single entity is there, total value of firm is 2708. I will like to highlight this one. When a company get merged with another company, the value of company got increases. Yes or no? Can anybody tell me when one company merged with another company, what is that concept is called? I have already taught you people. When one company merged with another company and their value increases, what is that? What do you call that one? Put the answer in the chat box. What is this called? You see, when S limited is individual, when we calculate it, the value is very less. But when it is going to merge with no limited, the value is automatically it is getting increased. What is this called? What is this effect? What is this effect is called? Interview question. Rahul Yelavati,
Yes, sir.
tell me. Any idea?
No, sir.
Okay. Vaibhav is close. Yeah. Punita, near to that. Punita's answer also. Yes. Already I got the answer. Vaibhav has already answered. This is called synergy. Tell me, did you understood this concept? Did you understood what is synergy now? This is called synergy. Put in a chat box. Is it clear? Okay, two people they have replied. Did you understood what is synergy now? Okay. This is called synergy. When one company merge with another company and okay, now let us go. I'm sorry. Let us go to the another one. Second one is what is the value of acquisition? Okay, we have to calculate value of acquisition. Now this is I'm new to this particular question. Let me tell you how to calculate. So let me write down here step number 3. Okay, calculation of value of acquisition. Okay, There is one formula for value of acquisition. What is the value of acquisition? The formula is value of merge entity. So, okay, minus value of buying company, acquirer company, we can say. So here, okay. So what is that we have to write down here? What is the value of merged entity? In the second step, we calculated here. What is the value of merged entity? It is 5308. Okay, 5308.47 minus what is the value of buying company? It is how much? 2708.92. 2708.9. Now let me unbold this one. The difference, whatever you get, entity, merge entity value, and what is acquiring company's value, that is your value of acquisitions. So can just you put the answer in the chat box? Can you minus and tell me what is the value of acquisition here? Okay. So rupees 2599.55. Everyone got the same answer? Let me bold this one. Done. So value of acquisition we got. Now next one, what they're telling here, third one is calculate what is the gain to the shareholder of S Limited. Why they have to merge? If it is merged also, then what is the gain available to shareholders of which limited? S Limited. And S Limited is our buying company. So what is the gain? Okay, let us calculate. There also new step will come here. Step number 4. Calculation of gain to shareholders of Yes Limited. Now, how do we calculate what is the gain available to the shareholders of S Limited here? Now here also you have to remember like this. What is the total shares value? Okay. What is the total share value after merging over here? So I can write here the formula share value of Yes Limited. How to calculate gain? Just see here. In merge entity, what was the total value? Okay. In merged entity, from this, what is the total value of, again, Yes Limited, but this one will be before. Now just see here, total value of this S Limited in the merged entity, we have to calculate the share value over there. What was the, because gain to the shareholders, we need to specify here 5,000. If you see after merging, the company has gained the total value of 5,308.47. Now, what is the share exchange ratio here given? Based on this only, we have to calculate the gain, right? So what is the share exchange ratio? It is 0.5 of which limited? S Limited. Means if you have one share of no limited, then we'll give you 0.5 shares of S Limited. Based on this, what will be the gain available to S Limited shareholders. So let us see how to calculate now this one. 5308.47 is the value into for every one. Okay, if you remember when we used to calculate the alpha for one shares, right, of no limited, how much total we have to give? So can you tell me divided by how much it will come in merge entity? What will be the share value then? Can you put your answer in the chat box? Divided by how much will come? Because this is for every one shareholders of no limited. So in divide, what should come the value? Okay. 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 2, 3 people they have answered. One is the share held and given. So how many shares value will come over here of the shareholders of S Limited in merged entities? Whatever the difference we'll get. Okay. Right. So I got one answer already. Yeah. Raghavendra has answered. 1 plus the shares of which company? S Limited company. So 1 no limited plus shares of S Limited. 1 plus 0.05, it is nothing but 1.05. That is what it will come calculation here. So bracket close. Then what you need to do, just put bracket. Then minus, before merger, what was the value of S Limited? It was 2708. So here, let me write down 2708.92. Let us substitute this value now once again. So just calculate now here 5308.47 into 1 divided by 1.05. Okay. Minus, then again it is same 2708.92. So can you just tell me this value, how much it is coming? 5308.47 into 1 divided by 1.05.
So why it is 1.05, sir? It should be 1.5. Because
0.5,
0.5,
what is
0.5 is
the
the
share
exchange
exchange
ratio.
ratio?
50% almost. 0.5, sir.
1.5. Okay, it is 1.5, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the value you are getting here? Numerator value I'm asking.
1.5, sir. I mean,
No, I'm asking this value is how much here? Okay.
3538.98.
Others, this value. Just tell me the numerator value. 1 is the share of no and 0.5 is the share of yes. So what is the value? 3538.98 minus 2708.92. Now calculate the difference between this. What is the gain available to them? What will be the gain given to them? What is the gain actually the gain? 830. Okay, I got some answer. 830.06 lakhs. Eight 30.06 lakh. Is it question is clear? Put in the chat box. Did you understood this problem? 2019. Okay. Okay. Right. Let us solve one small problem, that is question number 1. Okay. Just see here. Vardhaman Limited's earnings and dividend have been growing at a rate of 18% per annum. Okay, I will highlight this one. Their earnings and dividend both are growing at the rate of 18% per annum. Growth rate is expected to continue for 4 years. Okay. So it means this 18% the company will grow till 4 years. Okay. After that, the growth rate will fall to how much percent? 12%. Okay. After that, the company's growth rate is going to be fall at 12% for the next 4 years. So now can you tell me what is the before growth rate? Year before growth rate, the company is having 18%. After 4 years, the company is having the growth rate of how much percent? 12%. It is falling down here. So it means 18 and 12, correct, Vaibhav? So total, how many years they want us to calculate? The total earnings they must have given means total for how many years? Before, when the growth rate is 18%, 4 years, then after the growth rate is next falling 12% for next 4 years, means total how many years is there then? They want us to do calculation for how many years total? Yes, 4 plus next 4 years. As of now, it is 8 years. Correct. Absolutely correct. So it means the calculation will go on for the 8 years. Now, next, what they're telling, thereafter, the growth rate is expected to continue 6% forever. Means after the next 4 years, means the growth rate is expected to continue how much? For forever, it will be 6%. So means the company has reached to the one kind of maturity level. It has become almost stable and it has become well established. If the last dividend per share is 200 rupees, company paid dividend, okay, last dividend they paid 200 rupees per share, and the investors required rate of return, required rate of return on Vardhaman's equity is 15%. So investors rate of return, okay, they given that is required rate of return, that is called required rate of return is how much percent? 15%. Can you tell me in the chat box, what is this required rate of return? What is this? What is that called as? Required rate of return name, another name is what? Okay, I got one answer. Right. It is called as WACC. The company's WACC is how much percent? 15% is the WACC, nothing but the expected returns. That is what, or we can say for the cost to the company will be 15%. What is the intrinsic value per share? Okay. So now let us start. Question number 1, and once again, this problem is 2017 question paper. Okay. There are new things are there, couple of things. Let me solve how this one. So we have to calculate intrinsic value. Okay. Now today you will be learning the another way of calculating intrinsic value. So we can say intrinsic value can be computed in total. We are going to follow 3 steps. Okay. Let us see what are the calculations will come here. the first step number 1, we need to calculate the NPV. Okay. Calculations of the NPV of this company. So now how to calculate? Now remember here the company has given something called as which question paper problem is this? 2017. Let us see. Now your company is paying something called as dividend per share. Based on the dividend, you have to calculate now intrinsic value. So it is possible. Yeah, we can calculate based on dividend also. Now let us see how to calculate the values here. But before that, we need to calculate what is the company's dividend which they are paying here. So first year, D1, okay. What is the dividend they are paid? 200 rupees. And this dividend company is expected to grow at the rate of how much percent? 18%. So 200 bracket 1.18. That is for which year? First year. So what is the dividend they will be paying for the first year? 200 into 1.18. Remember this one is square. Okay. This one is what? Square. So the first year dividend will be how much then? Like this, you have to calculate for 8 years. It will be how much? Okay, first year, if you pay dividend at 200 rupees per share, and if it is growing at 1.18, what is the end of the year value? What is the value of that share? It will be, calculate everyone. 2, 3. Is the calculation is clear? 236. Okay. 200 into 1.18. Now the second year. Now what will be the second year value? Can anybody unmute and tell me? Second year, how to calculate? Again, if it is growing at the same rate.
236 into 1.18.
236 into 1.18. Is it clear? Hello? Okay, so 236 into 1.18. Okay. Bracket means multiplication. So now how much will come the second year value of the shares? What is the total value of that cash flows? 236 into 1.18 then? It will be how much for the second year? 2, okay. Remember, it is growing at a rate of 1.18. That 200 will become how much at the end of the 8 year? That is what I want to calculate. 278.48. Okay. So now tell me for third year how much it will be. Who will tell me? Next, let me Rakshit, TG.
Sir, 278.48 into 1.18.
278.48 will grow at 1.18. Okay. Tell me the calculation here. How much is the value of third year? Okay. 328.61. Okay. Fourth year. Afifa?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me fourth year what will be the value?
So 328.61 into 1.18. I'm just doing the calculation.
328.61, 1.18. What will be the value at the end of the fourth year? How much it will be?
387.75.
87.76. Okay, fine. The 7576. T5, like this for 8 years we have to calculate. Now you tell me, who is going to tell me after 4 year what is happening? Unmute and tell me. After fourth year, what is happening to the company?
It is decreasing.
It is decreasing. At what rate? It is fallen by how much
12%.
percent?
12%.
12%. So now let me see who will answer me. For D5, what will be the calculation will come? Just who will answer me? Abhilash? Okay. Punita?
So we just minus it 4% from the fourth year value.
Okay, so how the calculation I should write here?
387.76 into 0.96.
Okay. Anyone?
Sir, 387.7 into 1.12.
387.6 into 1.12.
Who answered this one? Rahul or Vaibhav?
Rahul
Sir,
sir.
our both answer is same, sir.
Same. Okay.
Yes.
387.75. Okay. 387.7. Okay. So 387.75 or 76. It is fall down. The growth rate is fall down with 1.12, right? So now what is the answer? Can you put your
434.29.
put your answer in the chat box? It will become 434.29. Okay. The sixth year value will be how much then? Who is going to let me? Sushti? Okay. Karuna?
Yes, sir. It will be 434.29 into 1.12.
434.29 into, okay, 1.12. So what is the value?
486.4.
486. All of you getting the same answer?
Yes, sir.
I am unable to unmute. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's problem. From my side it is okay. You just check from your side, Sushti. You got 486 point. Okay, now can somebody tell me what is the next year value?
486.40 into 1.12, sir.
486.40
is equals to 544.77.
544.77. Next, who will tell me? Rakshit Hegde.
Yes, sir. 544.768 into 1.1. That will be 0.14.
How much it will answer?
610.14.
Total how many years over? In the question, how many years they are asking in the question? Quickly, can you tell me? Okay, 2 people they answered. Now let us calculation of NPV. Here, cash flow. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the first year? 236. Second year, 278 point. Third year, 328.61. Fourth, 387.76. Fifth, 434.29. $486.40, 544.77, 610.14. Present value factor at the rate of how much percent? 15%. Cost of capital is given 15%. First year, how much? We'll take 0.3 decimals. 15% discounting factor. 0 point, how much it will be? Obviously, it will start with 0 point.
0.870, sir.
Okay. Second year,
0.756.
third year,
0.658.
next,
0.572.
Next.
0.497. Then 0.432. 0.376. 0.327.
Calculate now. PV. How do we calculate? First year, how much it will come? 236 into 0.870. What is the value? 205.32. Second year, you keep calculating others. Just post in the group so that I can copy from there. Okay, already I got Pratna as answer 210.53. Next. Third year. Next. Okay. Next. $215.84. Next. Next. Not 4.8. Next. Total. Okay. All of you getting same? 0.19. Present value of the share. Okay. Now, next. Step 2. Now we have to apply one model here to calculate the price of the share at the end of the 8th year. Okay, based on the model that is dividend growth model. Okay, why a dividend growth model will come? Because company is expecting you to calculate the value of the share based on the dividend. So what is, and dividend we know what is the dividend value, it is growing. Okay, if the company is growing, giving same dividend for 18%, it is growing. So this is the dividend they will be paying per share. And this will be the value of dividend in the future 610.14, but present value of that dividend will be 199.51. So if you take the total dividend they will be paying based on the present value, it will be 1684. So now just see here everyone, here onwards, we have to calculate the price of the share at the end of the 8th year. Applying constant growth model, constant growth model. So what is the value? So let's say we want to calculate the price at the which year? 8th year. So P8. value, how to calculate. So there is a constant growth model we have to apply here formula, and based on this you have to calculate what will be the value. Okay. So the formula is D8. So you should know what is the dividend at the end of the 8th year bracket, and 1 plus, okay, GN divided by R. R is again cost of capital, R minus GN. So this is how we will calculate the price of the end of the 8th year based on the dividend. So P8, okay, just listen here everyone. What is the dividend you will be paying on the 8th of the year, right? You have to calculate what is the dividend, nothing but D8. What is the value you are paying at the end of the 8th year? Cash flows of the dividend, 610. Is it? Can you see everyone? What is the dividend you are paying at that point of time? It was how much? 610, right? That is the dividend value. 1 plus GN. Growth. What will be the growth of this company forever? Can you put your answer in the chat box? The company will grow at the forever rate of next after that. At what rate? Yes. This will be growing at a rate of 6%. Okay. 6% means 0.06 divided by what is the R value? R is here WACC, the same what we used to calculate for terminal value over here. What is the R value? Can you put your answer in the chat box? What is the required rate of return is how much? Investor required rate of return is how much percent here? Can you see here? It is 15%. So can I write here 0.15 minus 0.06? So P8. Now just tell me what is the value you are getting, price at the end of the 8th year. What is the price of the share? Okay, 2 people they have answered here. 3. Okay. Okay. So 7,186. Point is there? Point how much? 09? 186. Oh, okay. Is it 0.09? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the
Like
share? Yeah. What will be the share
B
price?
0.14.
Okay, 0.1. Okay, you will leave it that. But somewhere nearby this one?
Yes, sir.
So if the company pays dividend at the rate of 18%, then it is fall by 12%. The price on the 8th year will be 7,186 rupees. Okay, based on the dividend, we calculate the value. Now let us calculate. Now this is price at the end of the 8th year, means it is a future value or present value. Can you tell me in the chat box? Is it a future value or present value? Tell me the price at the end of the 8th year, is it a present value or future value? Okay. 2 people they have answered me in the chat box. Perfect. 3, 4. Price at the end of the 8th year is a future value. Okay. So can I calculate the present value of this share price? Present value of the price of this share will be how much? Okay. So I just want to demonstrate you one. What is the future value? What is the future value you got? 7.1. Some of you can unmute and for the while, just for a while, because I need some little bit interaction over here. Voluntary, anyone can voluntarily unmute and tell.
186.09.
7,000.
186.09.
Okay, 7,186.09. Okay. This value is for number of years, which 8 years. This is the value after the 8 years. And we know WAC, how much percent? 15%. So future value we know, present value we have to calculate. So present value is equal to PV. What is the rate? 15%. NPR. So this is the value for after how many years? 8, right? Comma. What we don't not doing any kind of payment, so it will be 0. What is the future value? This is the future value of this particular stock. We want price at the end of the year. We'll press 0 because 0 means at the end of the period. 1 means at the beginning of the period. What will be the present value of this share? 2,349 rupees is the present value of the share. I'll put in number. Okay, just you forget that minus, but this is the present value of the share. If you discount this future value 7,186, right? If you discount at a present value, because at the end of the 8 year, this will be the share price. What is the today's share price? Present value of this share of this company share is 2,349.15. If you discount at the rate of 15%, which is after 8 years. So now you can take one small decision here, but don't depend on this all. Okay. You know, in the future, the value is going to be 7,186. And today, what price you should buy this share? 2,349. Will you buy or not? Will you buy this company share?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because you know the future value. It has grown. So how much it has grown? Let us calculate that also. 7,186 divided by 2,349.15 minus 1. It almost we can say 2.05 if you take 206%. It has grown with 206% the share price. The share value has gone with how much percent? 206%. So good return, no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So let us calculate the present value of this share. How do you calculate the present value of the share? Theoretically, our formula 7,186. How did I calculate that value? If you take 7,186.09 divided by 1.15, okay, to the power of 8, right? To the power of 8, if you calculate, you will get the present value of this share will be how much rupees? We have calculated 2,349 point how much? 15 will be the share price. This is the intrinsic value of the share. So if you want to sum up, you can do sum up also. Step 3, we can calculate sum of the present value of the share and future value of the share. So how much it will be? The value which is called P0. Okay. So what was the value over here? You got how much? First one is you got 2,349.15, right? And then NPV, how much you got? What is the NPV value? 1684. Okay. So NPV plus the future value 1. What is the NPV value? 1684. 684.19. Right. So what will be the price? Total price of this share? Can you put your answer in the chat box? Sum of the total, this NPV value plus this future value price, what is, just take what is the calculation, how much you are getting, some value, just to know what is the value of this.
4033.34.
4033.34. Okay. So this was the value over here. Thank you. I took some time.